it's hard to understand a historic moment when you're in it. Like, I say it like this, if I'm speaking to a Christian audience, I joke that Jesus' last name was not Christ. Right? Like we think of him now as like Jesus, first name Jesus, last name Christ. We don't even know, I don't even know if they did last names or whether history kind of imposed that on him, right? That he wasn't even really he really wasn't even that popular. That when Dr. King and others were leading the Montgomery bus boycott, they did not call it the Civil Rights Movement. That was not even the name. They did not know that it was going to be called that at the time. And as I thought about what we're doing here at the People's Summit, when it was a brilliant idea months ago, I don't even know when the first idea for this was conceived. It was a brilliant idea to plan it, but I want to tell you that it really is historic. And for any of you who have voted in presidential elections before, normally, particularly if your candidate loses, they fold up, pack their bags, and disappear, and you really, and whatever you built, the hundreds of millions of dollars that were spent, it's just gone. I volunteered for Al Gore's campaign in 2000, and it was so hard fought there in Florida at the very end, but when it was declared that he lost, he became a ghost. And I get it. It was hard, right? I mean, it probably literally knocked the life out of him losing the way that he lost. There was no People's Summit. There was no what's next. He just disappeared. John Kerry did the exact same thing in 2004. I'm not even critiquing Gore and Kerry as much as that's just what people do. They spend hundreds of millions of dollars on these campaigns. Millions of us are activated behind a candidate. And then when President Obama campaigned in 2008 and 2012, although he won both of those elections, in effect, he actually did the same thing that Gore and Kerry also did, was he activated tens of millions of people, and particularly in 2008, the country was on fire for change, but he did do what every president does that wins. He just went into office, and he did not activate. And I don't even have a full answer for what activating those voters means. But we decided together that no matter what would happen with Bernie's campaign, and I love Bernie, and I can't say it enough. I trust him. I admire him, and he's a hero. And it's never, it sounds like a diss. Like I hear people say, this is bigger than Bernie, and it sounds like a diss, but that is so not a diss. He says that.
It is not just about electing Bernie Sanders for president. It is about creating a grassroots political movement in this country.
Those are his words. I mean, Erica Garner, the daughter of Eric Garner, said it best. Bernie's an activist. He is an activist in politics. Like Rosario Dawson is an activist in entertainment. She's not an entertainer who is in activism. And so it's not a diss to say that it's bigger than Bernie, but it's important to say that never before, after a victory or a loss, have people said, I'm not finished. We're not finished.